Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Prophecy of Pendor outside Laria, which we've recently taken over. But we need to make it our court now. There's a little bit of process involved with doing that. Also, I'm just going to have a quick look around, see if there's anyone that we want to particularly hire. I'm going to go to my dye works here, because I need a bolt of velvet. So Master Dyer, I need you to keep all goods in the warehouse till I arrive. Just means we'll make less money, but in a couple of weeks' time we'll have the bolt of velvet to move over here, which is useful. I'll just dump the prisoners inside so that we can pick up more. Should we pick up any more? We are still at war with the Dashar, but our money is getting rather low. That's because we've got a pretty big army overall. But the nice thing about having towns is that we should be able to get some prisoners now to sell when the prison broker is next in town, and also we should make some more money generally as well, which will be useful. Look at our weekly budget, it's a lot of money, but that's also without any of our rents for certain areas. That's without our rents for Burgund, Fanada, White Stag, Sez or Laria. That being said, our party uses a lot of money at the moment. Probably a lot of that is the high quality of our troops, which is by no means a bad thing, but it does put our financials at a little bit of risk. So I wouldn't mind making peace. Have we already made peace with the Dashar? Yeah, okay, we're under truce with both the Dashar and Ravenstone, so that's excellent. So we might want to think about going after some major heroic personalities in the area. Let's have a look. Who's around? K'Juda the Ravager or Igrim or Silent Ulzas? Not that we can go for Silent Ulzas at the moment, because I believe he's under Dashar control. And then just says, because there's probably a bunch of prisoners over there I can sell to someone. Well, how about these Starmish? I was going to have about the Starmish farmers, but we couldn't get there in time, unfortunately. I'm just going to check in this part of the world how things are going. Speak to Clear Swiftage here. It's only 2,000 dinars, but it's better than nothing. Don't have space for those Omen Seekers, unfortunately. But I will go to the castle and get myself another baggage train to allow us to keep on doing things effectively. We will get a few more troops inside here. Did I end up looking in the chest inside here? There is usually a chest in every single major town. I don't even think I looked inside here. Oh no, I did. There's the kind of iron stallion stuff in here. Here's have this strange book because that's 1,000 dinars. Right. K'Juda the Ravager I think is quite strong if I remember correctly. Those Noldor can hold their own, that's fine, they don't need me. There's our husband, Tarvel the Fae. Good to see him for once. Guess now he's finally got some land he can actually be a bit more prominent in kind of affairs globally. Let's have a look up here. Just trying to find K'Juda the Ravager and seeing how strong he is, because we've got a big enough fort. Okay, 1,400. I think we can take on if we get enough people together. And there's a bunch of prisoners we can have as well. But really, I just want the really, I just want to be able to actually have enough money. So I'm just building up a force here. So the marshalling at Dunharrow, but it's not. Okay, there's a Jatu army here. It's not really what I actually wanted. So let's just run away until they're out of sight and out of mind. We'll just marshal it here instead. That's not a problem. We will need a few more lords than we have currently. Because it's 1,400 troops that we're going up against. There we go. So you're only losing 928 a turn. Or a week, I should say. Not bad at all. Are we expecting any more lords to turn up? It doesn't look like it. So let's crack on. I don't know if this will be enough to take on K'Juda the Ravager, but we're going to find out. All parties got nothing to eat. Fine. We'll deal with that in a second. That's a different Jatu army. That's not the Jatu army I really want to be fighting. I want to actually be fighting. Oh, everyone's spread out. That's not good. Right, everyone's going to pull back to here while we go get some more food, and then we'll deal with it that way. Go to marketplace. Don't have a huge amount of food for me, but you'll do for now. Speak to Dexmoron here. Don't have two various loot on me, fine. But I might be able to go to Snakehold Stronghold and get some from there. That might not be a terrible idea. Okay. Let's go get that food quickly. Because we do have a pretty big force here and it's causing us problems. In terms of eating our food really, really quickly. So let's head down here to the Order Stronghold. And speak to Course to Master Kaelin. Excellent. I require all your food, sir. This is why it was so useful to set this base up near here. Not that we had a choice, but that's why we set up our actual base near here, because having access to all this food, which is nice and cheap, is well worth it. Okay. Is there anything now that you're still managing to increase their proficiency? So I'll keep sending you out for now, Sir Jocelyn. Yeah, I want you to train the Knights and Sergeants. Off you go, lad. We'll just need to watch our morale a little bit. It's a little bit low. We'll pop by Laria to just up our morale somewhat. Go to the castle. Speak to Steward Barragan. Oh yeah, 30 morale. It's expensive, but it does the job. How's Laria looking now? 157, including a few Rangers of Clarion Call and Larian Sentinels. I'm still determined to try taking K'Juda the Ravager here if I can. We just got to find him without angering any of the other Jatu armies, which is easier said than done. It's not him. That's just a Jatu army. Where's K'Juda the Ravager? Must be around here somewhere. Sometimes they're out here, kind of on the steps. I've taken K'Juda the Ravager before. That's just a general Jatu army. I don't really want to take them out. There's no real reason for me doing so. I mean, there is a reason for me doing so, but I'd much rather focus our strength on K'Juda the Ravager, wherever he is. He might be over this way a little bit, I don't know. That's just another Jatu army. We'll go this way. Maybe he's gone off towards Talon Castle, I'm not sure. He must be around here somewhere. Maybe the best thing we can do is just deal with all these Jatu armies. Might not be a terrible idea in the grand scheme of things. Lord Varys has come to join us, that's good. Maybe we just deal with all the Jatu armies and go from there. Let's go K'Juda the Ravager. We should have enough to take him on. Not with these multiple Jatu armies coming after us. Oh, can we take on 2,500 Jatu? I don't know if we can. We're going to find out though. Okay, the other army's not here. That's fine then. 3,000 versus 1,420. So even if you did join up with the other force, we probably would have been okay. It's not an ideal map for us. I would much prefer a hillier map, but we are on the Jatu steppes. We're unlucky to have something as good as that to work in our favour. I think K'Juda The Ravager carries some Noldor prisoners as well, if I remember correctly. I think he carries two... He carries, I think, 2 Noldor hunters. But he does have about 2,500 prisoners here, so we'll have to see. Still be plenty of troops for other forces. It's almost a shame that we're actually going to not be able to utilise the majority of these prisoners because we're in a truce with both the other main factions, and the Fierdsvain are really a bit too far out of position for us to really consider going after. But we could take them out, I suppose, and just go from there. You know, just wiping another faction off the map wouldn't be a terrible idea. Right, they're coming in now. I'm going to let my cavalry charge at the right moment. Let's say now. Pendor Black Archer's doing some good work here. But this is still going to hurt, because these are going to be K'Juda's K'Jahas, who are tough old lads. Infantry charge now as well. I don't want to commit myself to a fight too early, because I'll almost inevitably die, as always happens in these big battles. Let's see if we can swing around the back. No, that person already died by the time I got there. My archers are just too good at their job. Hi there. You need to die. Yeah, that's K'Juda's on the guard, the K'Jahas there. Pendor Black Archers have seemingly already used all their arrows. That is impressive. Hi there, I saw you coming with your big old lance. Battle Rider's gone down, excellent. I really don't want to get stopped against the Jatu because they're very competent horse archers. And we're right to the edge of the map here. So I'm going to be very careful. But we're doing okay. We're doing fine. We are going to take a lot of casualties up front against the really tough opponents, but once we get into the kind of very basic, bland prisoner pool that these big armies tend to have, then it shouldn't be anywhere as much a problem as the initial fighting here, I would think. Again, I'm just a little bit wary of pushing myself too far and inevitably dying in the process, because that's not very useful for me to do. We'll do a bit of horse archery from afar if we can. Plenty of Jatu around. You know, these guys are no joke. I do have to be careful. Yeah, you're definitely shooting at me. See if we can swing around and take this guy out. He's relatively isolated. Should be okay to take out that Jatu Raider. Maybe some of this Bear Claw stuff as well. Or this Mountain Shaman. Close enough. Got to watch out for these Jatu horses coming in. I've got a slow horse, so we need to be careful. We'll put our shield on our back here. If this was Jatu Warbeast, Jatu Warhorse might do. I think the Jatu Warhorses are fairly quick normally. They're probably quicker than our horse, that's for sure. As strong and as powerful as our horse is, it's rather slow. So we want to see if we can get a slightly speedy horse to work with, because inherently it's just useful. Archers seem to be fairly undisturbed up there, which is good. Which means they can just carry on shooting, which is definitely what we want to happen. We keep on finding the edge of the map by accident, so that's not very useful for us. Oh my goodness. Okay, everyone just spawned in. Okay, you're all friends. You certainly are not friends. Take out that Muslim Warrior. Again, got to watch out for those horses behind. This is definitely a faster horse though, which is excellent for us. Oh, tried to go after that archer but missed. Take you out, take you out. No, someone beat us to it again. Plenty of Jatu over here to go after. And miss. There seems to be a lot of miss mountains here as well. Right, we don't want to go over there for the time being. I can see you shooting at me, Mr. Archer. Hi there, I want to kill you because you're pretty annoying. We don't even have that much cavalry following us, which is excellent. Take out that Lancer, excellent. Coming for this Lancer here. Nope, we missed it. Go for you, maybe. Nope. Okay. Another wave of cavalry coming in. How are we doing? We're taking out 248. We've had less casualties than that, which is inherently useful. There's a lot of Jatu who I probably shouldn't have pushed ahead this far. Hi there, fellas. Oh no. If you go after the horse, that's fine. If you go after... oh boy. My shield's having a bad day because they just took the full weight of a Jatu lance, who are very competent lancers. Shield on our back, let's get the bloody hell out of here. Let's try and knock down some of these horses if we can. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my goodness. We are somehow still just alive. Run away! Get behind our archers if we can. That was a mistake, I shouldn't have pushed forward so much. Right, we are really close to death now, we're going to be careful. Just fire into this throng here as best we can. Oh, hello, see you coming in. Shoot you, there we go, well done. Empire Levy Skirmisher, you did very well there. Wouldn't mind a new shield. Because this Nordor shield is great, but it's taken a battering. Don't know how good the Jatu shield will be, but it's fine. We can make this work. I don't know where all our infantry and cavalry are, but they clearly aren't alive much longer. We're going to have to let our archers charge here. We don't have a choice. That's covering our archers. There we go. Because the rest of our cavalry and infantry seem to be dead. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. We need to get out of it. This is not safe. It's not safe for us at all. Arguably, this is the most dangerous place for us to be at the moment, is our own place. Oh, Tam the Falcon, that possibly might have killed me. The enemies have arrived. I don't know where all our infantry and cavalry have gone. It's terrible. We'll go after the archers here. As long as we don't get hit by them, we should be okay. Oh, they're shooting me. Oh, they're shooting me. Shoot on the back. Right. This now feels safer because we've got more infantry and cavalry spawning in, which is useful. Come after you. No. Oh, Ghazi Reaver got in the way. There we go. Taking that now. Any more Dashar up here? Doesn't look like it. It's not Dashar, sorry. Jatu, the other kind of steppe nomads in this game. Just trying to look at that. Once you take the horses out away from under the Jatu, they're less concerning, I tend to find. I just hit that Noldor, didn't I? Oops. Still, he's got lots of health. He'll be alright. Take that horse out. I need some more arrows if possible. From somewhere. Not that there are any spare arrows going at the moment. I don't know where my supply crate is. It is presumably around here somewhere, but in terms of specifics, I couldn't tell you. Hopefully not. Presumably an archer will die somewhere. We'll be able to pick up their arrows if they have any. Archers up here. Doesn't appear to be any arrows here. There's a shield. It looked a little bit like a quiver, but it's not. I mean, even if we don't get the loot from this guy, it'll still be well worth it, I think, just for the prisoners, although again, our lords won't be able to keep those prisoners forever. We already have about 3,000 in this whole army. So we're a pretty competent, kind of large force. I was hoping to take your arrows, but you changed out from your arrows there. Let's go after you. How about this Valkyrie here? Well, this is for Carving Knight, I think, actually. Yeah, it's for Carving Knight. They look similar, but they're not quite the same. But they are kind of somewhat related in the way that I think they're both from similar orders. Hi there. I could do with your arrows, sir. I guess not. Let's pull back, because again, out of position here, and we don't want to be out of position. Thankfully you're not shooting me. Let's just try run through these guys. There we go. Oh, you're here, this mounted ranger. You could be a problem. Oh, you're less of a problem now that you've decided to go out with your sword. Mounted rangers are scary. There's some arrows. There we go, we got them. Fine, we can now be somewhat useful again. Not very useful, but useful. And we've taken out, what, 17 people so far? There's a lot of archers here. I'm going to need to be careful, because they're all going to shoot me. Run away, run away, run away. Try to do some horse archery, I suppose. No. Not there, there's more cavalry coming in, fine. If we hadn't taken that lance to the face, we might have been okay for a little bit longer. But this is just very, very... It just means we're very close to death. There's someone chasing us over here. It's you! Oh, with the throwing weapons. No, thank you. You're dead. Boy's knocked out, which is useful. Hi there. Please don't shoot me. I do not have the health to survive being shot even by a basic archer or Jatu at this stage, unfortunately. Right, let's just go back to relative safety. Our horse is still doing pretty well. You're a problem. Oh, no. I was going to go for you, but... Get our bow and arrow out here and try to chase this guy down. We'll just take out your horse, if nothing else. Yeah, there we go. Don't know if it was us that took out the horse, but either way, it's progress. There's a lot of foot archers here. Alongside the horsemen, of course. Ooh, 37 damage, not bad at all. Jump over you. Thankfully you can, if you have enough speed and momentum, actually jump over the other horses. That's our arrows. There we go. It's another 32 arrows to work with. Keep on shooting over there as best we can. Let me just sit on this hill and shoot from afar for the time being. Ooh, that's the first time we've improved our proficiency in arrows in a long time, that's for sure. Be a little bit careful I don't hit my own troops here. But it's unfortunately somewhat inevitable sometimes. There we go, we just managing to damage these archers from afar. Which is good. Well, I'm not being very successful, but I'm doing better than nothing, I suppose. Right. We might need to find some more arrows from somewhere because we used all of those to not a great effect. Hi there. Oh, I was trying to go after that horse, but without success. This is dangerous. As are the halberdiers, to be honest. And a mercenary Highlander. That could be problematic for us. Right. Are those arrows? Those look like arrows to me. Come back here, sir. Oh, I didn't mean to dismount. That could be problematic. Give me those arrows. Let's get out of it. Okay, it's 19 arrows to work with. That's useful. But I'm a terrible shot. There we go. Some more cavalry coming in, so I can't hang around here too long. Might be able to get a kill or two on these Ravenstone archers. Oh, with a Warden. Good to see you, sir. There is definitely less and less cavalry coming in by the looks of things. Okay, let's go into the Cylon troops now. Let's get out of it, because those arrows will hurt. Jump over you. Let's try after that Ravenstone Lancer. Instead, let's help out. Nope, that Knight of the Dawn doesn't even need our help. Was it Knight of the Dawn? It might have been something else. I'm trying to keep one eye on the kill feed and one eye on, you know, my life. Lots of angry horsemen, but definitely we're past the worst of the really tough Shah horsemen now. This is just general Ravenstone cavalry at this point. So he must have been fighting up in Ravenstone. K'Juda The Ravager must have been fighting up in Ravenstone land for a while. Take your horse, and then you shouldn't be a problem. There we go. The problem is with Ravenstone is they're pretty good at their horse archery, even though they're better at general archery. The mixture of Ravenstone and Sidon archers is somewhat problematic. Really, the Fierdsvain are the only people that aren't particularly good at archery. We haven't really seen them the entire campaign because they've been, first of all, not really who we're fighting, but also they've been so weak in general that they haven't really proved a threat. Oh no, we're stuck. Oh no, 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 no. That horse caused problems for us. Let's get out of here. Take you out on the way past. Excellent. This was always worth it to try. Even if you're running away, you know, if there's a troop there, you may as well try and knock him out on the way past. Take you out, or at least take your horse out. Wow, did that horse not die? Fair play. That's a Dark Steel Hunter, if I remember correctly. You're a Ravenstone nobleman, or possibly a Pendor nobleman. Yeah, you're a Ravenstone Squire at Arms. Not technically the same thing, but of a similar kind of vein of troop, I should say. Lots of archers here. Take you out, that heavy skirmisher. I think Fierdsvain tend to use crossbows or throwing weapons as opposed to bow and arrow. But again, it's one of the factions I don't tend to play as very often. I've rarely played as the Fierdsvain. I don't think I've ever played as the Deshar, even though I've put multiple hundred hours into this game. Specifically this mod. Usually I play as the Ravenstone or as the Empire. Occasionally as Sarleon, but they always get battered and broken, so I never really bother. Okay, I think this initial fight is over, but we probably have another couple to go because this is such a large fight. Take you out, take you out. I imagine this, you know, the game can't handle such a big fight at once. We have to do this in multiple kind of sections. Still, we've got 30 kills for ourselves. And we've taken out 868 of them, so that's not bad. We'll probably have one more wave of this to go. And we're doing this on very little health, so who knows. There we go. 64 renown for us. And only 494 to go now. That's not bad at all. And actually I've recovered some health in the meantime, which is excellent. Let's try push to this hill if we can. It's such a slow horse. Still, we should be able to get up to this hill before they arrive. I think most of their cavalry is dead now anyway. I do just hope we can take him prisoner for the 100,000 dinars. Personally, I don't think we need another Corliss gem at the moment, so it's not something I'm going to really focus on for the meanwhile, I would think. Everyone up here, please. We'll use this hill here. Infantry can go here. Okay, they're on that hill. Let's change our angles slightly. Cavalry can go over there. That's fine. I don't think like I said, I don't think they've got much cavalry left, and they don't really. And the quality of their troops will be not great at this point. I can see some Ravenstone Kier guards down there. They always look like the Gondor soldiers from Lord of the Rings, and I wonder if that's where they got the inspiration for those particular troops. Because obviously, this being a slight fantasy mod, there is some kind of borrowing from Tolkien's lore. The Noldor very much being kind of the elves from Lord of the Rings. Well, there's a problem if it is borrowed. I'm just curious to kind of work it out, to be honest. Right, our own troops are in position now. So they're pushing our cavalry, which is fine. Ooh, I almost took a battering there. Okay, this is not going as well as I thought. Cavalry can charge, that's not a problem. Infantry move forward a little bit, you're slightly blocking the archer's view, I would say. We can just sit up here and our archers fire, shouldn't be a problem. Ow. It is a problem if we get knocked out though. We did manage to survive through the entire of the last battle, so I suppose, you know, we should count our blessings there, if nowhere else at least. Did that make sense? Am I just waffling? I think I might be waffling a little bit. Right. Okay. At this point, there's still some high quality troops in this army because it's such a hodgepodge of different cultures and armies. It's not any kind of... It doesn't have any cohesive form to it as a force. And then probably after this we'll try to do a Nordal tournament. My hope is that, you know, I don't really want to break the truce, but maybe we attack the Fierdsvain, get them on the field. But I think the Fierdsvain lands are quite isolated from the rest of our property. But that being said, we might just want to get them off the field, because then we might be able to get some of the other Fierdsvain lords onto our side. It shouldn't be a bad thing. The only problem is we haven't really interacted with them at all. So actually bring them over to our side might be quite tough, we'll have to see. Okay, 142 of them, there was about 500 if I remember correctly. So it shouldn't be too bad. Okay. I always forget you can go onto the world here. It always looks a little bit silly when you do so. Let's get ourselves topside again. At this point, there are farmers and Pendor recruits here who are not going to be doing too much, and refugees, that kind of thing. Yeah, at this point, we're just kind of clearing it, mopping these guys up. Because it's not taking us that far to get close to them, and again, the quality of them is mostly just skirmishers and peasant recruits at this point who are not going to be too much of a trouble for our high quality cavalry and infantry. And even our archers are somewhere nearby to help catch up. The enemies have arrived, but I don't consider it a huge concern. Even our companions getting kills as well, Reaver. And there's definitely some Noldor troops in here from Huithril, which is excellent. Yeah, I don't think we need to worry, this is pretty trivial at this point. Sure, we'll take some casualties, but there are so many prisoners awaiting for us on the other side of this battle anyway, there shouldn't really be too much of a concern, I would think. These archers back here might prove problematic. They're mostly just skirmishers or archers, nothing kind of... not really wardens or rangers, although there's some armoured crossbowmen, but again, I don't think we need to worry too much about them. At the moment it's just a matter of time before we clear them all out. Especially now we've got another wave of reinforcements. Once there's reinforcements made their way over here, it shouldn't be too problematic in the slightest. Like I said, it's not very problematic even now. Our forces are getting a little bit surrounded because they're in between the reinforcement group and those archers. But they'll manage. And as soon as our own reinforcements arrive from a certain direction, I'm trying to work out which direction. Probably this direction. Where are they? I'm trying to find where they are. There's a whole stream of them. I should be able to see where they are. Oh, this might be them. Yeah, this is them coming over the hill, I think. Yeah, Here are the horsemen. And then a whole bunch of infantry and archers as well. Not bad at all. Right, let's go back over the other way here. Oh, there's a bunch of dragon drakes here. They might prove problematic. Clearly the dragon drakes were lower down the party, but now there's a bunch of them here. Yeah, they could prove a problem, especially with these reinforcements here. Fine, we might need to take a few losses here, but we do have some Iron Circle Centurions here, but he's being swarmed with United Dragon Drakes here. So yeah, these Dragon Drakes will cause a problem for us, but there's only so many of them, and this is, I think, their last group of reinforcements anyway. You can see the quality of the Dragon Drakes showing. They're really managing to knock out a lot of troops and kill some troops as well, especially our high quality stuff like our Noldor troops, our Raven Spear troops. But now that our infantry and archers have arrived, it shouldn't be too problematic going forward. They definitely hurt though, that's for sure. I'm just hoping that my Pendor noblemen aren't really getting involved. We've only lost one to death in this secondary fight, so that's not too bad at all. Oh, you look cool. What are you? Are you the Green Boar Knights? The Radiant Lions? Something? Yeah, you're the Green Lion, fine. You've got a cool look to you with your helmet mask. Or your lion mask, I should really say. Yeah, you guys look cool. I mean, I don't know if I give you 200 weapons on cavalry, but that's not my decision to make. Someone's clearly made you as a minor knighthood order. And we get to take him prisoner. Excellent. Okay, usually he has Noldor gods, but because we've already defeated him once or twice, I don't think that's the case anymore. We'll take all this to sell. It's not a problem. I don't need to leave enough space though, that's fine. We will take that Noldor Hunter, we're allowed to do so. We'll move him up. How long he survives is another question, but you know, who knows. We'll get these noble bowmen upgraded, maiden warriors, heavy spearmen, armoured bowmen, man-at-arms, heavy bowmen, Rentine Imperial Guards, because I don't really like the lancers. Can't take the Ravenstone troops, can't take the Sarleon troops, can't take the... Well, I'm looking for kind of really tough troops here. Renspear mercenaries I can take, but they're blooming expensive. But they're decent cavalry, I'm not going to say no. Phoenix Risen, they're excellent cavalry. Shadow Legion Marinus I'll take, Empire Mortal I can take. I'm basically looking for all the Knighthood Order Sergeants. Or Mercenaries, Modern Heavy Cavalry, Scribe the Lion are fine. Tam the Falcon is acceptable. There we go, we'll leave the rest for someone else. Capture all of you. How much strength is... Who's picked up all those prisoners? I know someone has. Okay, Lord Varius is attacking this Jatu army. Maybe we didn't pick up those prisoners. Yeah, I don't think we did because there's only 2968 there. Fine, I'll let those guys deal with that. I don't particularly want to do another fight there. I will take a pile of diamonds. Off you go, sir. We'll just hang around here. I'm surprised I didn't pick up any of those prisoners. I might pick up the prisoners from this one though. I'm just curious to see what happens. I don't really want to actually join the fight, but I'm curious to see what happens overall. As long as the other Jatu army doesn't get involved, we should be okay. We could get involved, but I don't really see the need for us to do so. And then we'll go do a Nordal tournament once this army's dealt with. Oh, look at Lord Alistair with 700 troops inside him. Oh, there's another army here. Okay, another Barclay Warband's arrived. I'm just going to let these troops go home. They can do what they wish. If they want to fight, Okay, they're going to fight that other army, including Lord Alistair. Excellent. It's another 1,000 troops for them. I'll leave them to it. Let's head over to... Let's head to Laria because I want to sell the gear I picked up. Because I don't want to... You know, if we get like a bunch of Noldor loot from the tournament, I don't want to be struggling for space, that's for sure. There's a large patch of diamonds. Need to make sure not to sell it now, but sell it down in Sez, where we've always sold our diamonds. I'll pick up whatever food is available here. That was well worth the time to do. And also gives our troops some more strength. 2 main adventurers I can't take. Sigismund, he's a bit annoying, but we'll probably pick him up at some point, but I don't think we need to do so just yet. Let's just go have a look and see how they're dealing with the Jatu over here. Oh, there they are. They should be winning this, really. I'll leave them to it because I want to get to the Noldor tournament. If I can. See if there's anyone's defecting to us. I could take out the Fierdsvain, and then at least Kennet Castle would have some strength, and we could put Marleon, Sauron, and Vendor as our next targets down, or Ravenstone and stuff up here. Oh, they're taking Centerfall. That's interesting. Yeah, the Jashar's gonna be the final boss. In terms of the factions, we might go wipe out the Fierdsvain just to get them off the field. We'll see. For now, though, we'll go to this Noldor tournament. We just need to wait for it to turn daytime. There we go. We may as well bet on ourselves. Okay, sword and shield, that's not too bad. We've got mostly melee, they've got mostly archers. That probably works in our favour, usually, but this is a Noldor tournament, so who knows. Ow. Bugger off. I don't think we're actually going to contribute to this fight at all, really. We're just going to try to stay alive. There we go, I helped. Right, round 1 done. I haven't done a tournament in a long time. 3 teams of 3, and I've got a bow and arrow, and we're in the middle. That's horrendous in so many senses of the word. Ow, leave me alone. And we're dead. I'm not sure much more we could have done there, to be honest. Our entire team got wiped out. No matter. Now, do we go deal with the Fierdsvain? I mean, it's kind of a weird place for us to take, but let's at least change our court from here to Laria. Yeah, I've also got a decent amount of troops, so they've taken out their Jatu army. Which probably means, yeah, Jatu are destroyed. The only people we can't hire are the heretical forces at the moment. We're allowed to hire Snake Cult, Jatu, Barbarians, because they're all obliterated, weakened, or destroyed. Let's just grab you. There's a decent amount of troops in here, actually. We'll take you guys to sell. There's a tavern here. Jave the Blade is here. Excellent. Sell them. I need to speak to my dye master in our dye works. I'm not sure. Master dyer. I'm not dye master. I require some velvet. Thank you. And just sell them now. That's fine. I'm going to move my court here. Lara's our new court, which means Sarah the Fox should move over here. Excellent. It's just useful to have our main area here, to be honest. Nothing to do with that. I will dispatch an emissary, and Fierdsvain, we're going to declare war. Doesn't make us very popular, that's fine. But we may as well get them off the field at this stage. Let's call the banners. And we'll march on Highcliffe Castle, I think. That makes sense, I would think, overall. Let's just wait here till we have a few more banners. I don't know how many we really need for the Fierdsvain. They're not that strong of a contingent. We'll see. We'll pop in Cylon just to buy some more food on the way, I think. Who knows, I might underestimate the Fierdsvain, and we haven't really fought them this entire... Wow, Aeolus cheap here. We haven't really fought them this entire campaign, to be honest. Right, let's push on to Highcliff. Winston to show I made peace, that's unfortunate, they'll probably come for me next. Count Livius is left. There's only 235 inside, let's just take you guys out. Highcliff is sometimes where I set up my own base. If I'm not setting up by Laria, I tend to set up around Highcliff. But again, I don't think we need to really worry here. They won't surrender, that's fine, we can just push in. They don't have that much here, we've got a pretty decent force here. I thought, given we haven't had a siege yet today, let's do one. Archers just sit here, everyone else can charge in. I'm just going to go back behind this hill for a second until our other forces start to push in somewhat. Because it feels a little dangerous to poke my head. Please move out of the way, sir. These are the Fierdsvain. They're pretty good at defensive sieges. Oh, for goodness sake. Just because their melee strength is obviously pretty palpable. You can imagine to shoot between those two archers. It is rather impressive how we managed to keep on missing every single time. Okay, grabbed you, excellent. We can get archers to stand closer together, that's not a problem. I don't think this fight will be too tough, to be honest. I mean, we'll take some casualties for sure. I just think in terms of numbers, they don't really have enough to work with here. Shoot you before you inevitably shoot me. Yep, there we go. I thought that was going to happen. No. Thanks, guys. Push him off the edge there. That's fine. We'll be able to push in. Push in here. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, maybe we leave. Where's the ladder? Oh no. Okay, we're still alive. Man, we've contributed almost nothing to this siege so far. Let's get archers to stand closer. Oh, you look cool, the Dark Lily Knights. Yeah, I really like your look. Oh, you're our Dark Lady Knight. Where did we pick you up? We must have picked you up from a prisoner pool. You look really cool, the Dark Lady Knights. I like their look. I mean, they've only got about 400 in here, I think, even with the lords that are hanging around. So I don't think we need to worry too much. Let's just sit here and see if we can do some damage from here. See how that made them warder. A little concerned by these guys. Take you out. Managed to hit the wall there. That's impressive. In some way. Okay, that's the dragon coming up here. I don't really want to be up there. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm important. I'm the queen. Let me out of here. Okay, we're going to let archers charge in now. Fire at will and charge. There we go. Best thing we can do is just get them up on the walls, because then they can shoot down on the troops inside. And we also just have some Nold auto attack with here, which is pretty useful. Hello. No. As a Huskar, that was going to be a tall order anyway. This is a pretty small castle. It's funny, even though I set up in Highcliff, I don't really remember this castle very well. It's arguably not actually a great castle to sit up in because it's got two ladders. It's not very easy to defend well, but no. Sometimes the placement of the snake or stronghold kind of determines where you end up. We're definitely holding their own, that's for sure, but AI is slightly stupid and decides, oh, we're not going to go via two ladders, we'll just use the one ladder. It means that they move up the staircase very, very slowly indeed. That's alright. I just want to get the Fierdsvain off the field. There's no reason to keep them up here any longer, to be honest. At this point we may as well just wipe out whoever we can. And you know, some of their lords may be able to defect to us, which is important. So I don't really want them to defect to the Deshar. Some will defect to Ravenstone, I would imagine. Probably our next port of call will be when we attack the Deshar, we'll go after Avendor, Marlion and Sarlion to try and link these kind of very far away places to somewhere a little bit closer to the rest of our forces. They are, you know, due credit to them, they are making this a tough fight. They are causing quite a few casualties, but nothing we can't sustain. We've got enough troops here. And this is even without the majority of our forces here. I think we've only got about a third of our lords who are active with us. I think there's plenty of other lords. Please use the other ladder. It's not like you're using the big ladder, you're using the small ladder. Come on guys, please. At least some of you look like you're about to use it. There we go. It's pretty small fortification, but it's a good spot for one. It's on a nice hill, surrounded by mountains. I thought you were floating there for a second. Technically you are, but oh no, it's just the textures to that wood weren't loading in. That's why. 320. They can't have. I don't think they'll have too much strength left in them at this rate. So they might have one or two more reinforcing waves, but nothing we can't handle. Yeah, I think we're starting to. I think they would have had another reinforcing wave by now if they were going to have one. So that's not too bad at all. 30 enemies left. And these guys are still struggling because this one crossbowman is making sure that no one gets up this blooming ladder. Reinforcements arrived. Good. Not that I don't think we really need them. But still, not a problem overall. Yeah, if your archers stand on a ladder, they kind of delay everyone else somewhat. Okay, now you're going off both ladders. Good. Fine, we should be able to clear out these last 15 troops without too much issue. You know, they've certainly wounded a lot of our troops, but I think we can keep going. Shouldn't be a problem. I don't know who's in need of a castle, but we'll just give castle and village to whoever. That's not a problem. There we go. That heavy skirmisher goes down, and that brigand is probably due a promotion. 24 now, 7 morale. Livius, you are bad-tempered, you are my prisoner. You're Fossard, you're marshal, you're free to go. Sigismund Stonehand, you are free to go, and you have the wonderful, wonderful Kraken Cultist inside, so you're free to go. Your Brennus is bad-tempered, you're my prisoner. Don't there'll be anything no, there's nothing really to loot there. Oh, I didn't even sell my diamonds. Oh well. That's not a problem. To the Larian Sentinel, and I'll take these Barclay troops as well, because they're technically mercenaries, and I'll leave the rest. Who's in need of a castle? Preferably not Yard Tarvel the Fae, but everyone else has a town and castle already. Who could do with another one? Donovan, you can have another castle. Donovan can have Highcliffe, that's not a problem, and the surrounding village. And of course we'll have to give Anson Lodge to Anson, but we'll push on to Longbeard Lodge next, I think. Oh, there's Yal Qasim, hello. Yeah, Yal Qasim doesn't really join in with most of these fights, to be honest. How's Longbeard Lodge looking? There's a few troops there. Maybe we can have a look at Anson Lodge first. Oh yeah, Anson Lodge has only got 291 inside. We'll do that one quickly. Kassim has been taken prisoner, no surprises there. We should better take him out. Would you surrender? No. If we were to siege them for a little bit longer, they would, but not at the moment. We'll just wait till daybreak. There we go. And we'll assault Anson Lodge. And this will be given to Anson because it's just too perfect not to go to Anson. Everyone charge. Well done with Warden. Got the first kill of the engagement there. Archers can just sit up here though. Again, I don't really remember these castles because I don't really sit up around here usually. So I'll just stand a little bit closer together. It's actually better at shooting where they need to be. I'm just going to pull back to this little wall here. A little bit of defence for ourselves, where we can't see anything, unfortunately. Okay. Some of the archers don't even have much to fire at. This is it's only got one way up, I believe. Most castles in the original Warband only had one way up, and then in Pendor they kind of added a couple more on, so it wasn't quite as stagnant of a siege. It is one of the problems with Warband, is the sieges. I do enjoy them, but sometimes they can be a little repetitive at times, just because of the nature of how the sieges are designed. Whereas I think the sieges in Bannerlord, the newer game, are a lot more fluid and kind of fun, but I don't believe they have the same passion and creativity put into the overall game, and it feels a little less. Feels like it's got less character, to be honest. Which might, be a wrong opinion, but it's the opinion I hold, and I think it's probably shared by at least a couple of other people. Take that heavy skirmisher. Try to shoot these lads from up here, or from down here even. I just knocked out an Empire Legionnaire. That was clever of me. We can push up now. We can now Archers charge as well. I think the majority of these forces are actually elsewhere. And I'd like to get involved in a bit of a melee fight, I think. As long as I don't get shot by that crossbowman over there. Should be okay. There you go, you're dead, good. More troops up there. Of course, now I get my bow and arrow out, there's no one to attack. Let's try to get up here and contribute somewhat, but there's a lot of angry men with axes here. This might be a poor decision. Excuse me, gentlemen, coming through. Right, lead them to it. We've got these lads here. Oh, that's where they're being reinforced from. Shit. Ow, that hurt. That was a poor decision. But we can do some damage from down here. Take you out, take you out. Who shot us? It would have been you, my good man. Oh no, by Fierdsvain Axeman. Possibly one of you lads just throwing an axe at me, that's fine. This is not going to be a long siege. To be honest, at this rate, I can't imagine there'll be too much more to deal with. We're taking out just under half of them at the moment. Not bad at all. I shouldn't have pushed left. If I pushed right, I might have been able to stay alive a little bit longer, but that's okay. Okay, so they spawned from this doorway here. That's curious. We are going to have to start amping up our speed of sieges though, because I think at some point we've only got till day 1400. That's our new deadline to get the entirety of this campaign finished with, and then of course Argon the Devourer at the very end. But we've got about 200 days left to achieve that, so it's a lot of sieging to do. Which is why I'm not hanging around with these. That's why I decided to not hang around with these Fierdsvain castles anymore, because we just need to get them sorted. And like I said, we will give Anson Lodge to Anson. It feels right to do so, to be honest. Okay, we're not doing too bad here. They only have one more reinforcement wave in them. I think they had about 281 inside this castle. Shouldn't be too bad. And then we'll push on to the final Fierdsvain castle and get that completed as well. Yeah, that's the last reinforcement wave coming in, I would think. Excellent. I don't know why the Wyvern Warden always has a space between its name. It seems to always do that. Oh, beg pardons. One more. There's a few more troops here. Not many, though. Hello there, madam. Right. We're back over here. Our forces are now pretty much on the offensive up here. That staircase will prove a bit problematic, but nothing, again, that can't be handled. Yeah, just the Stokes there with the Knights of the Radiant Cross, because he now owns Ethos, which is excellent. I don't think they're his natural household troop, but because he owns Ethos, they're part of his kind of army now, which is pretty cool. This game has a lot of qualities and a lot of heart put into it. It's not... Oh my goodness, where did you go? It's not the most technically proficient game in terms of AI, although it is still pretty impressive that all these troops kind of individually decide what they're going to do. And obviously graphically it's dated now, but it's still a game I have a great fondness for. Hello there up there. Didn't realise there were chaps up here. Right, you're the last one, I think. This Fierdsvain skirmisher. Nicely done, Pendor Black Archer. That was an excellent shot to shoot from all the way over there. Very impressive. I suppose we can take that to sell. I'll leave these for my troops unless there's anything I really want, but I don't see anything major. To be honest, we'll just take the prisoners. And of course this will go to Lord Anson because it feels only right to do so. Bodis doesn't like that, but Bodis can do something, I don't know. We'll sell you. And of course I think it's only right we finish off this episode by taking the Longbeard Lodge. Okay, Highcliff's been besieged, that's not really a problem. But we can go and try and deter them. I'd actually prefer to take on Longbeard Lodge while they're away. Oh, the Dashara here. You bastards. Well, I can't take Longbeard Lodge if you're here. We'll see what happens, but it looks like Longbeard Lodge might fall to the Dashara instead. Okay, Count Eldred has defected from Ravenstern, that's fine. Okay, if Highcliff is under siege, we should probably go defend it. Hi fellas. Don't really want you to go after the caravan, to be honest. It looks like they're running away anyway, that's fine. Could take on the Fierdsvain army here, I suppose. I'm just going to Olaf here because he's by himself. Oh yeah, you're bad tempered, I don't really care about you, that's fine. I'm guessing they're going to go and try relieve Longbeard Lodge. I wouldn't mind those two armies fighting each other, to be honest. Pendor Rainstone truce is expired. Fine. It's a three-way battle here. I'm just trying to see what's happening with Longbeard Lodge. If the Dashar are not going to do anything, I may as well pull back somehow. Oh, has the Dashar given up? I think they might have done. If the Dashar have given up, I'm going to take it for myself. Just need to wait for it to no longer be under siege. There we go, we're taking it. That's a siege tower job, fine. Could take a while. But let's get the Fierdsvain off the field, I think. I don't think they've got the strength to come after us, to be honest. Just keeping an eye on these guys over here. Okay, we've got about 1,600 troops here. That's not bad. Kassim has been freed. Excellent. Party's got nothing to eat. We'll commit to the siege and then we'll get food afterwards. That's not a problem. Lots of armies, it says, including Maltese. I might want to have another go at cracking on with her. Would you surrender? No. It's their final territory. They're not going to just hand it over. Unfortunately. Party's got nothing to eat. It's not spectacular. Another 2 hours and we'll be there. 1 more hour. There we go. Lead the assault, please. Take a Longbeard Lodge. Okay. There's a car having a rave outside, so I don't know if you can hear that or not. This is the last fight of the Deshar, of the Fierdsvain, not the Deshar. It's their last hurrah in general. It's interesting, there's a secondary hole over there. I wonder if there's another... If there, maybe when planning there's even a chance to have 2 siege towers. I don't think it's possible in this version of the game, but it'd be cool if you could have multiple siege towers. Like I said, one thing that Bannerlord does do a lot better than Warband, and even Pendor, is the sieges. They're a lot more fluid and a lot more open. Which is a shame, because if you mix the best parts from Bannerlord and the best parts from Warband, and especially something like Pendor or Prisoner, you could have a really, really high quality game. I just don't feel like the heart and soul was put into the sequel of Bannerlord, which is such a shame, really. Because if it had even half the character of this game, I would honestly play it continuously, but it just doesn't. And I always seem to have problems with it also, and so I just don't tend to play very much. Which is such a shame, because I really want to like it, I really want to play more of it. I just don't see myself doing so, which is why I kind of played a lot of Warband. You've seen it with Viking Conquest on the channel, and now Pendor. For sure, we'll definitely have a break after this from Warband. Then I'll come back around for another couple of years. But it may well come around at some point once we, have decided. Let's go join this siege tower because it's taking quite some time to be pushed. Although I'd love some more arrows from somewhere. Arrow, arrow, arrow. Just pick up as many arrows as I can here to assist. Hello there, buddy. You need to die. Because you're shooting at me. I saw you. I saw that crossbow bolt coming my way. Damn, we're running out of arrows again. Okay, let's pick up what we can here. Okay, that skirmish had a real vendetta for me, so it's good we took him out. Definitely need some more arrows, that's for sure, but at least this is actually making progress now. I'm not too fond of siege tower sieges because it just takes a while to get going. When it does work, it's pretty good. Plenty of throwing weapons here because this is the Fierdsvain. That's what they tend to prefer. Just get my archers to stand here and stand together. Where's my little spawning box with all my other arrows in it? I don't know, it's probably around here somewhere. It might just, having archers a little bit further forward might just help them actually kind of do some good work here. That is Lord Anson. You look pretty cool in your armour there. Very good man. We'll leave our archers back here though because they can keep on shooting from afar, but we'll put them a little bit closer. So they're a bit more accurate, I think. Siege tower's nearly there now. Excellent. I wish I had some arrows, but now the siege tower is up and running. Excellent. No, archers stay out. Archers stay out, that's fine. I'd rather you guys stay out here and keep shooting people, to be honest. We'll move you even closer though. Because you'll probably do better off at this close distance than you will from further away. It looks like they respawned from the right, so we're going to go to the left here. Oh, take that arrow for sure. Take that silent longbowman with a very nice headshot, if I do say so myself. And we might be able to push around to the left here and lend a hand. Just aware of being shot. Or being pushed off the edge. Either which would not be particularly good for our health, that's for sure. Here with old Kairos. Welcome sir, you're doing very well. Come on lads, push up there. I don't really want to push around to the right, but we might not have a choice in the matter. Oh no, they come from the left. Well, let's definitely push around to the right then. We'll do some more work from over there. Although again, we don't have any more arrows. Hopefully we're able to pick something up from here. We might be able to get a crossbow if we're lucky. Or if not, just some general throwing weapons. We'll go tear those lads back there, I think. Hello. Hello. Oh, I was hoping you would keep the crossbow. Archers can charge in now as well. Fire wheel and charge. There's some arrows for sure. Excellent. 40 of them, which is even better. And we should be relatively safe back here to shoot because we're inside this tower. Unless people shoot us from right here. Just trying to get our troops up here as quickly as possible. I wonder if this is where the Dark Lily Knights are based. Because I'm seeing a lot of Dark Lily Knights in general. Quite like them, I might take them for myself. I might take Longbeard Lodge for myself, I don't know. Probably the best thing to do is actually just give it to another lord. We'll run out of arrows pretty quickly here though. But we're making progress. That's the main thing. There's a crossbow here with some bolts. We're probably more likely to have continued success in finding crossbow bolts than we are bow and arrows. And actually I do want to keep up my proficiencies with crossbows, because if I get to 300 I can improve my Wyvern Wardens even further. Hello, where did you come from? Bugger off, I'm busy. Must come all the way around. It's impressive of him. 45 damage there, good. Troops definitely struggling to get a way up here. That's fine. We'll just keep shooting in here. Keep upping our proficiency. We'll try overhead shots if we can. Wow, 1 damage with our crossbow. Better than nothing, I suppose. This will be a long old episode by the time we're done. I apologise, I didn't realise we'd run on for so long. That's not a problem, hopefully. Nothing like watching a short movie. One of those like Jason Statham flicks, which are perfectly acceptable but only ever about 90 minutes long. Got 29 kills, so we're not doing badly. This is only going to continue improving our crossbow. Proficiency, that being said, we're starting to... This is the last faction that regularly uses crossbows. We've already taken out the Empire, who are the other crossbow users. So maybe it's not as useful as I'm making out. Especially when we do 2 damage, but it's better than nothing. At least we're contributing with this here. To some extent, and also because it's a slow rate of fire, I don't run out of arrows anywhere near as quickly. We will get involved in a melee fight soon, though. But this is the last stand of the Fierdsvain, and then it'll only be ourselves, the Deshar and Ravenstone left. Someone's shooting at me. Ooh, headshot, very nice. Oh, killed an Empire mortal. Wasn't a great idea, probably. Right, let me run out of crossbow bolts. I'll stick with the crossbow actually. I'll probably have more success there. Can I make my way all the way around? I probably can, you know. Let's do that. We're going to go all the way around here and attack some of those archers from behind. It's going to take us a long while to make our way over there. I think there is a way around though. It's funny, some castles in Pendor and in Warband don't even have a way round, and so because they're only shown as like partial castles, you don't technically see the whole thing. You only see what you're supposed to see. But because Pendor's got this free cam, you get to see the other bits as well. Hopefully we can make it past here. I think we probably can. Yes, we can. Good. Go around the corner here. Okay, our lads have made it up there. I'm aware that we're going to be attacked from behind if we're not careful, but I can at least take out some of these archers and crossbowmen from this side here, and you lads spawning in. Hello. Anyone up here in this tower? No, not in this tower, fine. But we can probably use these stairs a bit effectively to avoid some of the archer fire. Hello. Okay, these lads go. Oh, hello. Hi, I can deal with you. I can't deal with that many of you though. That might be a problem. Right, turn around because we're probably due to have a few more. There's a lot of spear maidens here, that's for sure. This might have been a mistake. Let's pull back. Because they can't, as far as I can tell, they can't fall down the stairs. They actually have to come down by foot. No. This might have been a mistake. This has been a mistake. Yeah, that's fine. We've done pretty well there. We might have given our chance for our troops to make some progress here as we get some of those troops away. That's fine. We knew we were probably going to survive, but we got 37 kills. We've done pretty well overall. And here we go. The last few Fierdsvain go down. And we wipe them off the field for good. Some of their lords will join the Deshar, some might join Ravenstone. Hopefully at least a couple might join us, we'll have to see. Right, who's left? A couple of people downstairs by the looks of it. Where are you? Ah. They're over here. What are you doing? How have you spawned in there? Hopefully they'll be able to attack them through these walls. Or they can use throwing weapons or something. We'll have to see. Okay, that guy's down. All we need is like a bow and arrow. We should be able to shoot him off. There we go. Well done. I thought they might struggle to attack him up there, but thankfully it wasn't too bad. Victory is ours. Averman, Sword, your marshal, you're free to go. Because if you join the Dashar, I want you to join me. Your Fossard, you're free to go as well. And we'll take this bit to sell. We do need to get some more food. We'll leave those troops for our liege lords. And this can go to... This can go, actually, to Jarl Talvor. Why not? Because he'll stock it with troops and I'll be able to manage the garrison from here anyway. I will have to pay for it, and I won't get the benefit of taxes from it. But that's okay. Main thing is, I get the Dark Lady Knights because I think they get set up here. And you know what? I think our Fierdsvain Lord husband deserves a Fierdsvain property. And here they are, the Dark Lady Knights. They're quite cool. I wouldn't mind having them on side for sure. Pop over to Fallon very quickly before we end the episode to get some food, because I know we're out of it. There should be a bunch of fish here if I remember correctly. Just sell all our stuff that we picked up here. Definitely not sell those diamonds though, we need those. Pick up a bit of fish, a bit of fruit and grain. Maybe pop to the tavern as well, see if there's a prison broker here. There is, there's Borgi the Fat, excellent. And 17 Mertenheim troops, I'm not going to say no. But we'll leave things there. This has been a rather long episode, I didn't mean for it to go on so long. But I thought, let's take out the Fierdsvain once and for all. Thank you so much for watching, take care, bye bye.